and transitioning to what he did for all of us as a fan, what he did for the NBA league, what he did for the beautiful game of basketball. All right, Erwin, how this is a big topic now because now we're seeing all these rumors and opinions and ideas because now everybody has a thought and everybody can shoot it out in social media. We've seen a couple of NBA players talk about it too. How could the NBA honor Kobe Bryant in the long term? And before you get into your question, I will say one of the biggest ones I've seen is Jamal Crawford tweeting that Kobe should for sure be the new logo. And I've seen other players talk about how they should retire his number, etc., etc. What's your take on it?
I mean, there's not gonna
How
be
could the NBA go about it?
there's not gonna be a perfect solution per se. I do like the whole logo thing, but I kind of want to hold back on that right now because I think right now emotions are at an all-time high right now. So when you're thinking with emotions per se, you might not make the most rational decision. Per se with that, but yeah, it could be the logo because I think the Jerry West is a little bit. Not that many people in our generation, 90 kids, 2000 kids, and the upcoming generations are gonna know who Jerry West is. Especially the casual fan. I think Kobe is obviously relevant, definitely relevant enough, and a lot of people have very recent memories of him. 90s kids, 2000 kids,
and it's all saved, with social media and all that.
Yes, and with the new generation, like the Zion Williamsons, the Jay Morants,
Luka Doncic,
they grew up idolizing, Kobe Bryant, per se. So I think Kobe might be a good, just like he passed the torch from Michael Jordan, to future stars in the NBA. I think Kobe might be able to play that role regarding the NBA logo. And think about it, what we were saying about earlier as well. Whenever we shoot something, what we're gonna say first? Kobe. So I think that's a very I kind of will hold back a little bit maybe on the logo, but I wouldn't be surprised if that would happen. Another thing that maybe could the NBA could possibly do is maybe like similar to what Major League Baseball does with Jackie Robinson to honor him, is maybe have a Kobe Bryant Day that on the front of the jersey they have a number 8 and on the back they have a patch, a 24 Mamba mentality or something like that, to honor him. I'm not gonna know like the right specifics to be able to do, but I'll say like in those guidelines per se, to honor Kobe Bryant for, what he's done for the league, and the sports in general. What do you think, Andrade?
All right. Before I get into my idea, what I think would be a good solution, a solid solution to honoring Kobe Bryant in the long term and stapling his name and legacy, tying it in with the NBA. The new logo one, I don't think I agree with it. I think if it is gonna be anyone, maybe Jordan, maybe, but I right now maybe it's because I can't see it, but I don't necessarily see it being changed because the logo itself is just iconic. And I agree with you that a lot of us don't know of Jerry West or seen him playing basketball. For me, he kind of earned it in a way, the same way I admire Kobe with his post-basketball career. Like Jerry West is legit one of the most successful presidents, GMs,
He's not gonna be
ever.
the best executive ever in the NBA.
Yeah, there you go. One of
if you're
arguably the best executive.
Like if you're an opposing GM, general manager, or president of basketball operations, and Jerry West is calling on the other line, you better not pick up the phone.
That's what I was gonna get in. That's how good he is. That there's that running joke like don't pick up if Jerry calls you.
You're gonna get fleeced.
And Jerry West had an impactful basketball career on the league early. I'm not sure what it was, but I know he did his thing. That's why he was picked as a logo. But he had a huge impact after that. Like there's a lot of trades and tying into Kobe. Like Shaq wouldn't be in the Lakers if it wasn't for Jerry West. The Warriors dynasty, like off the bat, that wouldn't happen if it wasn't for Jerry West. Like there's just so many things this guy has done that has influenced the NBA as we know it that like, you know what, I feel like he, in a way, he's earned it, but also it's just like that NBA logo is just so iconic. For now I can't see it, or I know, I not that I can, but I don't see it being changed. I did like the the I saw some logos on Twitter of renders of Kobe's NBA logos, and I did like some. I'll show these right here, and then that kind of, I don't want to say changed my mind, but it made me a little more lenient on like, okay, maybe I can see Kobe being the logo, because these renders are clean. Yep. Like, you guys are seeing it right now. These renders are clean.
Yep.
So you saw them too?
Yeah, man. Crazy.
And I was like, when I saw those renders, I was like, okay, this is different, because like, all right, it doesn't shout Kobe. You can tell it's Kobe, but it just looks like a good generic logo, and that's how you want a corporate brand, especially global brand logo, to be.
Facts, definitely. So
yeah, that's my take on it. I love Kobe Bryant, even if it was like one of my favorite players that passed away, like Dwayne Wade or LeBron. Still, I wouldn't necessarily jump to the assumption that like, okay, they should become the logo.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, no on the change for now. In terms of the other rumor I've seen is like retiring number 8 and 24 league wide. For me, that's a no.
No.
And a big reason for that to no, before anyone jumps the gun like, oh, why not? Like, think about all these future NBA stars that might want to honor Kobe. And just how LeBron wears 23 and other players have worn 23 or number 3 for different icons that they grew up watching. Like, wouldn't you want to see other players wearing the 24 or the number 8 because of Kobe Bryant? And then that will help carry his legacy on even moving forward, because it's like, and they'll say it in interviews, they'll say it when they can, like, oh, I wore this number, I chose this number because of Kobe Bryant. So like, I feel like people are kind of missing the point on that. And also, I mean, just in terms of like technicality, like Kobe didn't play for a lot. He only played for one team. So like, I don't want to, in a way, it's almost unfair like to force people to change, to retire not just one number but 2 numbers for the entire for all the organizations in an entire league. So that, for me, it's a no for me. And it's not more so because of the second reason I said it, but more so because of the first. Like, what if somebody wants to honor him? Like, think about that. That's even a better positive than retiring the number league wide. And then and that's another thing, like, if you do both, that's 2 numbers that are gone. And then if you try to choose between both, that's really a very complex debate to have, because it's like, oh, should we go with 8, should we go with 24? Like, that'll just lead into way too much conversations. Yep, so it's just best to like kind of let it go and let the team that he played for, the Lakers, who already have retired number 8 and 24, which is the only NBA player to have 2 numbers retired on a team. So that's a special thing. Let that be a special thing for the Los Angeles Lakers and for Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
And then the other way you can honor his numbers, how you said, I really like that. And I saw that on Twitter too, the whole Jackie Robinson type of concept of like having a Kobe Bryant day. I think that would be a really, really beautiful moment for the league to have every year. I don't know when they could do it, either on the day that he passed away, on the date of his birthday, the date that he got drafted, or the date that he retired. Maybe the date that he retired, because it would be towards the end of the season, and every year we would have something to look forward to towards the end of the season, because for most teams the end of the season is already kind of like a BS routine, because most serious teams already got into the playoffs and stuff.
Or you know what, or maybe something like, right now the name of the trophy that the NBA team, when they win the finals, is called the Larry O'Brien trophy.
Man, you took my idea.
Oh man, stealing your thunder, man. I guess the Kobe, Kobe O'Brien, or the O'Brien trophy per se, because in the playoffs, during clutch time, he's gonna step up the most is Kobe. But I'm gonna stop.
Now you already took it. That's where I was gonna leave. I even told him before we recorded. I wouldn't necessarily say the Finals MVP trophy. I thought about that, but I wouldn't name the Finals MVP trophy after Kobe. If there's anyone that deserves it the most, it would probably be Michael Jordan, because he has 6 Finals MVP.
I'll say Bill Russell. Bill Russell
and
has
Bill Russell already has a trophy named after him, or like an award. I forgot what it was, but yeah, Russell definitely deserves it the most. But if not him, then Jordan. But for Kobe, that would be actually, all right. Before I get into that, that's what I was gonna transition to after the whole Kobe Day. I think that would be cool. And then I saw someone say like, oh, they should wear number 8 on the front and number 24 on the back. I think that's a little overkill. But honestly, the guy did have 2 numbers retired after him. And the more I think about it, and the more I sat with it, I was like, you know what, that is not too crazy. It'd actually be kind of interesting and cool to see players wearing 2 different numbers front and back, something that you don't see in the NBA. And imagine a day where like every single player is wearing that for the games on that day. So that would be really, really cool. I think that would be a great move by the NBA. I think they would be praised for that. And then the best way, in my opinion, is that's where I believe is like the ideal concept, naming an award after Kobe Bryant. I'm not sure what award, to be honest, because it can get complicated, but it has to be like something that ties into what he helped do in his career, something impactful, just like Jordan or Russell with the Finals MVP, because those guys have the most Finals MVP. Or yeah, it wouldn't be Rookie of the Year because he had actually a pretty low key rookie year, but that's what makes his story so much more elegant and amazing. But yeah, just naming something, an award after Kobe or Bryant, and naming it the Kobe Trophy or the OBrien Trophy or something, or the Mamba Trophy. And yeah, I think that would be honestly the best long-term honorary thing to do by the NBA for Kobe Bryant, because he deserves it. I don't think anyone would argue that.
They'll probably come up with something
for sure. Adam Silver right now is with the execs thinking of something, and then they'll have an owners meeting, which is gonna happen regardless. I think around like May, March, April, one of those. And then for sure they're going to talk about it. I mean, we already saw the delay of the Clippers and Lakers game, so they're already thinking of something to do for that, which is going to be beautiful. Yeah, probably going to make me tear up again. But yeah, that ends this special tribute episode to Kobe Bryant from BTD. Glad we got to talk about it. I actually felt pretty emotional yesterday when I heard the news. Felt the same way that I did with the Mac Miller death. And in the past few years, I never had any celebrity death really affect me. And then Chester from Linkin Park happened, Mac Miller happened, and now Kobe Bryant. And all those 3 were, I mean, they tie in with my generation. Those are 3 celebrities that, like, you know, I really listened to their music or watched them play or like really grew up with them. And yeah, this one was something special.
Yep.
You got anything to say before we cut it off?
Nothing. It's just a tribute to Kobe Bryant. Our thoughts, and prayers to his family.
Prayers to the family. Prayers to the other 7 people that were in that accident. Like, prayers to those families and everyone involved.
Because while Kobe did get the highlight, and it is sad, for his family, there were other parties involved.
Exactly.
In that.
We do want to acknowledge them.
Some people lost their fathers, their mothers. They're not gonna see them again, unfortunately. And to answer that, this is Ball Talk Deep. We talk deep about ball. You guys already know. Stay tuned with future episodes that we got. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to know for any future things that we're gonna do. And see you guys soon.
All right. Take care.